Is my state pension enough for my retirement? And do I qualify for a state pension? Some of us are lucky to live in a country where the state provides pension when you get to a certain age. But do we really qualify for a state pension? To qualify for a state pension, and I'm talking about UK, you have to work and contribute towards your NI for minimum of 10 years. But that's not a conversation I want to have, because there are ups and downs when it comes to retirement, and there are so many ways you can get help from a country, especially when you live in the Western world. But the conversation this week, both by the government and in the media, has been directed towards pension age. And in recent times, you've seen the protest in France, where the government forced the age limit from 62 to 64. And a lot of people weren't happy. The citizens weren't happy, so there has been a lot of protest. Here in the UK, we're looking at currently at 68. And even some of the conversation going on within some of these government departments has been pushing the age limit to 70, because there's so many things are happening. The pension pot, I believe, is running low because the life expectancy has increased or is increasing. Technology, which we all love, we all appreciate, we all want technology to help us do basic things, is costing us, and it's costing the government. Look at our shops today, self-service, and all these new technologies, and all this unemployment or businesses laying people off work. It's all due to technology. So yes, the government has to find ways of saving enough for those who retire in the future. But some of us have to pay for it. Why wouldn't the government want to save money when the pension pot is running dry? Think about this alone. For the government to defer pension age by just 1 year could save him over £9 billion. Considering the taxes the government will be able to collect by delaying the pension age by 1 year. And don't forget the savings the government will be saving for not paying out the pension benefit for 1 year. So they will have a good reason to delay the pension age. But it's not about the government. It's about you and what you have for yourself. This is why the government have made all these provisions for everybody to take advantage of it. So if you're not aware, then you need to learn so you can take advantage of the system available. Unless you don't want to be financially independent, then yes, wait for the retirement age, 68, and if not, probably be 70, because from what I heard, the pension age would always be increasing because people are living longer. Less people are working because of technology. People are being laid off. So if less people are working, less collection from the government, which means the pension pot will be affected unless the government find other ways of raising money. Are you ready? And are you prepared? Because we have this community where these young people who have made it their intention to retire when they're between the 35 and 40. You've probably gone past that age. So you might be wondering, how can you retire 35 to 40? Financial independence, retire early, is what most of these youngsters have taken to. The F.I.R.E community, they are retiring, and they're retiring at a younger age. And when I talk about retirement, I'm not talking about stopping work totally, but it's about building your portfolio of investment where you don't have to struggle through life, where you live comfortably, where you can decide how many hours you choose to work, how many days you want to work in life. Some of us have gone past that age, and we still haven't even considered having an investment that would help us be comfortable when we're older. But if I may ask you, do you have the strength, the health to work until you're 68? That's my question. Do you really want to work till you're 68? That's a question you need to ask yourself. What can you do to help you retire early? Company pension is one way you can solve that problem. It's one way you can help yourself to retire early. Do you have a company pension? If you don't, and I must tell you, it's not too late. Speak to your financial advisor and see how best they can help you so you can have some sort of investment for yourself, or you can start contributing towards your workplace pension. And when I talk about workplace pension, the reason why I love and I will encourage you to have a workplace pension is because it's a tax efficient way of saving. One, you pay a fixed amount or a certain amount into your pension. Your employer contributes a percentage into that pension for you. And thirdly, you save on tax. So basically, your contribution plus your employer's contribution, which is money you would have never gotten in the first place, but that is going towards your pension. And thirdly, you're saving on tax because you don't pay tax on your pension. So let's take advantage of these benefits. Like I said earlier, you're fortunate enough to live in a country where we have state pension, where the government have put measures in place to make sure you can help yourself to retire when you choose to retire. And when it comes to company pension, you can retire at the age of 55 if you want. That gives you the opportunity to take some of the money that you've invested through the pension system a lot earlier. That will give you the opportunity to do the world travel that you've always been dreaming of, to have the holidays that you've been dreaming of, and still have some money aside and still wait for your state pension. So when the time comes, your state pension can then substitute the shortfall from your company pension. We sometimes miss these opportunities because we haven't been taught how to take advantage of these opportunities that the government puts in place. So if you have time, just feel free, go online and do your own research. Look at the FIRE community, the Financial Independent Retirement Early Communities. They're all young kids. They are your kids. Have you introduced your children to the investment opportunities available to them? Start thinking, because if you want a better life for yourself, I'm sure you want the same for your children. A lot of people think you have to be a millionaire to be able to retire early, but that's not the case. Building a portfolio of investment and savings will maximize your progress towards achieving your FIRE goal. You can retire early, and company pension is one of them. There are other pension opportunities that you can take advantage of. If you join some of my sessions, I will help you with that. I'm not your financial advisor, but I can teach you ways you can help yourself and retire early. But don't forget to check your government pension and make sure everything is intact. If you haven't paid enough, make sure you top up to increase your chances of retiring and having the appropriate state pension you need to live on. It's never too late.